to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. Visitor sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His team making the long flight always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. The other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. Good return as he takes it across the 30. So here comes the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
He finds Bell. That's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. May to the air once more. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
May to throw again. Airing one out for Bourne. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
On second down, it's Geno. That's done. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. From the gun, it's Geno. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Patriots, 4-13 last year. They make the coaching change. They find a quarterback they hope in Drake May. And all of a sudden you bring Mike Vrabel in here, and Greg, it feels a little bit different around this Patriots squad.
It does, and listen, there's no question. In the NFL, Mike, we all know you need to be good at two spots if you want to be consistent over any period of time, and that's head coach, and they believe they got their guy in Mike Vrabel after the one-year tryout of Jerome Mayo. They feel like they finally landed on the person who can carry on that Patriots legacy, that identity, and then, of course, you need to be competitive, and you need to be set at the quarterback position. And now going into year two, Drake May, in the midst of chaos last year, Mike, he was pretty good. I mean, he did a lot of really good things with some really bad things going on around him. So they think they've got the quarterback checked. They think they've got their head coach of the future. Now just continue to build that roster, build an identity of winning, and this is going to go a long way towards doing that.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Well, Greg, this was a contender for a big change with 4-13 a year ago. And boy, did the Raiders do that in the offseason, in the draft, and free agency. Maybe most importantly, with the new head coach. What does Pete Carroll bring to the Silver and Black?
I think the thing that is so true about Pete is just his ability to be consistent. You know, no matter what team it was on, back in those USC days when he built that juggernaut, and then obviously the identity and the culture he brought to Seattle and their sustained success over a long period of time. He goes out, he brings in a very familiar face from Seattle. They trade for Geno Smith. They get Ashton Genty in the draft. This has the early makings of that ground and pound, play great defense, manage the game at quarterback that we saw Pete Carroll turn Seattle around pretty quickly years ago. So he's going to continue to stay true to his method, stay true to his process. And if it's anything like what we've seen before, I don't expect Las Vegas to be down very long.
First and 10.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Las Vegas.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Geno. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's to the rookie out of TCU, Jack Bech. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard.
That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Raiders. For Geno, career touchdown pass number 106, but his first in silver and black.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Raiders 7, Patriots 0.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Diggs on the reception. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short gain.
And you work this forward to the 35. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And now it's 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now as he's on to punt for New England. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Smith. Open man, that's Trey Tucker. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. A big-time play for Vegas to gain of 43 yards. On the ground, it's Gentile. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Gino to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they come up to face 3rd and 5. Now, Gino. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. And he will get into the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to...
And he's in! The Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England.
This is when you're very defensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Patriots are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers set for their next drive. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember, two other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, okay, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
Now, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home in playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down.
We'll go play action with May. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Max Crosby, taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
On 3rd and long, here's May. Back to the outside, he's got Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for 4th down. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of, like, I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you got the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If the game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, they had a shot there. It hit the 5. But it continues into the end zone. And it will come back out to the 20. The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different... Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 2nd down, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. Has completed to Douglas. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. On play action, here's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again is May. Oh, on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have come up with it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
Well, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. Here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Douglas in motion. Halftime coming up, and we'll take it out of Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's a guy who missed most of the run to the Super Bowl last year, Rashee Rice. 75 yards this one goes, the catch and run for the score. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Michael Wilson. This was just a moment ago, the touchdown catch late in the 2nd quarter, his 2nd of the first half. This one's all tied at 14 at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. That's caught left side by Bowers. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Las Vegas.
On the handoff, this is Genty. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Back is Smith. He's got it at about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Now Mike Vrabel none too happy with that last decision, and out
Previous
comes
play
the
is
challenge
under
flag.
review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Here's Genty, and he will get into the end zone. Ashton Genty, touchdown Vegas. For Genty, 56 total TDs in 3 years at Boise State, and that touchdown there, the first of his NFL career. Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's May. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 5.
Out of the gun, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
That's good.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And the woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Stop. Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
May to throw on 2nd down. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Patriots cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10. All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Genty, and he'll get about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On second down, Smith. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. From the gun, it's Gino. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And that'll set up fourth down. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. From the 46, here's second down and 2. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Patriots first down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Off the play fake, it's May. No chance at all. He'll go down. Max Crosby starting the season with a bang. His second sack in the season opener. Throwing on second down. May. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That'll be complete to Gibson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And not one you see very often. Fair catch taken all the way back at his own 5. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 10-yard line.
Here's Genty. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
To the left side, it is caught by Miles. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. They get 22 yards there. First down, New England.
That's good for a Patriots.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man there, it is Bourne. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Mostert now to return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They go play action with Smith. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Jack Gibbons on the coverage.
Here's Gino. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They run out of the gun with Genty. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. To the right side. Hauled in by Myers. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Carlson now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Diggs on the reception. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
May, little pop pass to the receiver. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
Really nice physical run off the jet sweep. You traditionally think of these plays, Mike, as more of like a finesse play, more of a speed, just outrun everyone to the perimeter. But really nice job breaking tackles, and it's pretty easy to see why they want to get the ball in his hands.
And it'll be taken down when it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one complete to Bourne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's another Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's May again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throw again is May. He'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. May to throw again. Forced out wide. And he will score! Game on! Drake May! Touchdown, Patriots! 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. On the return is Dylan Lowby. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
They'll go again with Genty. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain in nothing.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. New England going to take their second timeout.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground with Genty. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now Drake May and the Patriots down on the scoreboard. Just over 1:40 to play. How will this play out? We'll watch. They come up for 1st down. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. May gonna look to throw. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he's gonna be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Douglas in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.